to my channel. So today's video is about using a concealer palette for the full face, something I've never done before, but I did have a palette that I thought probably doesn't get as much use as it should that I purchased. So the one I'm going to be talking to you guys about is the NYX palette, and I've got number 3 in this, which is the colour Deep, and this is the Conceal, Correct and Contour palette. Now I'm just going to open it and show you guys what it looks like. It's got 6 shades in there. In this video you're going to see me just use everything. Oh, you can hear my little one, which means I'm going to have to go soon. In this video you're going to see me just using everything for my base. I would have primed and everything, and I go through all of that, and then the end product is what you're kind of seeing, having added all the additional bits and bobs like setting the concealers in place and, you know, doing my eyeshadow, my lips, everything else. But yeah, if you're interested in finding out how I got on with this little palette, then definitely keep on watching. Until the next one, guys, thanks so much. Bye. Okay, so let's get started. I've already filled in my brows and I used the NARS pencil in Panema, this eyebrow pencil. Just going to start off before putting anything on by just adding my Nivea post shave balm. I'm going to start with the orange colour, and I'm going to cover all my areas of hyperpigmentation, so around my eyes, around my mouth and a few spots. And I think I'm going to start by just streaking it on, and it's quite a creamy product. Okay, so those are all the key areas covered with hyperpigmentation. And then I'm going to take a small tool from Real Techniques, so this brush, just to kind of buff things in a little bit and see how that works into the skin. I'm using a bit of a stippling technique to work out the cream and just not try to swipe it across. I think it might do with a little bit of my finger just to dab that across with the warmth as well, because I've got a lot more creasing under my eye, and sometimes with cream products I just think it's a little bit better to just get in there with your hands to blend that out, and that definitely looks better than what I was getting just trying to use that brush. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. And then continue with the brush in all my other areas. The brush isn't too bad. Okay, so that's what it looks like at present, and I think I'm actually just going to quickly grab a beauty blender. This one is from Primark, and I'm going to use the Revolution Pro Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray just to dampen that a little bit, so that should hopefully work better. Now that that's got a bit of moisture in it, I'm just going to go over the areas that I've just colour corrected just to make sure they're all into the skin. As I'm doing that, I'm seeing them come up a bit more, so it could be actually that the sponge isn't the best option, the beauty blender, and I'm going to go for buffing brush instead and just stipple the area together. Yeah, and that's definitely giving me a better blended look. I'm then going to probably take the colour on the top and use that as a colour for all over. Okay, and then I'm going to grab the same small tool I was using earlier. I think I'm going to pop everything else on. So I like the contour, which is the deepest colour on the palette. I'm just going to pop that on in a bit of a swoop, and then brush the residue onto my hairline, and then I'll go back to the other side and do exactly the same thing. For my nose, I'm still going to use the same product, but I'm not really dipping anymore. Woo! And find a highlighting colour. I think I'm going to go for this colour because it's got more warmth to it. So this is more of a yellow tone, and the other lighter colour is more of like a pink undertone. We'll see. Okay, so I'm just going to press that on. So I'm going back to that colour that I was saying I'm going to use all over my face, which I'm hitting pan on just in this video alone. I'm just going to pop it under the contour we did there. Okay, and then a little bit more up here. Now I'm going to leave the eyes blank for now, and we're going to try about 3 blending products. And on each one I'm going to use my setting spray. So this is from e.l.f. and the sponge is from Primark, and this is a Real Techniques buffing brush, which I'm sure everyone is familiar with. So I'm going to try a small section with each one. I probably look like the lion lady right now. But yeah, so I think I'm going to start working from the centre out. So the lighter colours blending into the darker colours, that type of thing. And I think I'm going to start with the blending sponge, and we'll see how we get on with that. Okay, so that's got some moisture to it, and I'm just going to go in. I'm going to dab, dab, dab. And unfortunately that doesn't look like it's doing much to the product really, it's just sort of sitting there. So already that's a bit of a no, so I'll put that away to the side. Next one, I'm going to try the stippling brush, and just so it's fair, I'm going to try it on like a different part of my face. So I'm going to come to this other side and try and move that product around, and that's not too bad, but actually it's not really doing much. So that's another fail. And then the last one, which has to work really, otherwise this look just can't be completed, is the buffing brush. Just trying to think where to start with the buffing brush. Okay, I'll start here. I'll start from my chin point and buff that in. Now, I think I always sort of stipple and then move out. That's much better. That's actually moving the product and blending it into my skin. So it looks like this one's the one for the win. We are halfway through, and I've managed to use the Real Techniques blending brush to blend this side of my face, and I don't think it looks half bad. I actually think it's done well to sort of blend into my skin. The colours that I'm getting are nice. I'm going to blend it a little bit down into my neck because I didn't put any product onto there, and a lot of the time I don't, but it's nice to just make that nice transition, and whatever product I left on my brush is what then goes onto my neck, just so that whenever we take pictures you don't have too much of a shock. And although we try and colour match to our chest as best as possible, it doesn't always translate in photography. And then also what I did is whatever was left on the brush, I just popped that onto the lid, and so this is what it's looking like at the moment in comparison to this side and how we kind of dotted all the product around. This actually isn't that bad a process. I think just the application of the concealers can be a little bit time consuming in the initial stages, but I'm going to go back and complete the side, set everything off camera, and come back to you guys. So I can't remember how much I got this for because it was a little while ago. So this is the first swatch, but it is pretty affordable. It's probably within the price range of about, I don't know, £5 to £10, which is nice and affordable and sort of like a high street price. And then that's the second colour, so that's the first row done. Onto the second row. And that's the second row. Hiya! Hello? Yeah? Hi, Pups! Hi, Miles! Okay, hi, Pups!
I don't get why you're putting makeup on to take it off again and then put it back on again.
Okay, so that was hubby coming in and he's like, what are you doing? Anyway, so that is the second colour, which is a bit yellowy and I hope it's coming up. And then the next colour is really dark and that's probably the best one for a contour. And then on the final row we've got a corrector which is on the yellow side, and then the last one is an orange tone corrector. So that's what they all look like. Sorry, I've done them a bit weird on my hand, maybe if I do that. That's what they all look like. They're not too bad. I mean, I probably wouldn't really get a lot of wear out of all of them. I would have to say the top row probably has a contrast of sort of like everything has like a pink undertone or a yellow undertone. So essentially, depending on your skin tone, you can use 3 of the like concealer colours in there. So for example, with me, just based on the swatches and the palette itself, I get use from the second colour. So basically it's just this side. Oh, that's quite clever actually, I hadn't noticed. So this side is me and this side would be someone with like a warmer tone.